Hey everybody, it's Double B Billy Boudreaux, aka Russell Gamer, back here on the WGS YouTube channel. We have Monday Night Raw tonight. First thing I want to say first, I am very glad that Monday Night Raw did a tribute to the Macho Man Randy Savage, the late great Macho Man Randy Savage. Thumbs up to WWE. It was a wonderful tribute package that they made, and big ups to you guys for it. I'm probably, let's see here. We got R-Truth, John Cena, and Bret Hart opening up the show. Well, not in that particular order. You had Jerry the King Lawler first came out, and he was going to talk about how he made Michael Cole kiss his feet, courtesy of Bret Hart putting him in the sharpshooter. Anyway, he then introduced Bret the Hitman Hart as one of his guests. Bret Hart was going to talk, and then all we hear is, "The truth shall set you free." Anyway, apparently that's what it's going to be now with what R-Truth being heel is, "The truth shall set you free." And that's it. And then we had John Cena came out. Basically, it was a setup for the main event match. It's John Cena and Rey Mysterio taking on CM Punk and R-Truth with Bret Hart as the special guest referee, as deemed by the anonymous Raw general manager. Then we had a tag team title match. Well, before that, we had Big Show and Kane conversing backstage, and Big Show was sitting on Alberto Del Rio's car, and Ricardo Rodriguez threw down his taco. You know, he didn't have a taco, but he was apparently trying to curse him out in Spanish or something like that. You know, all the talk was in Spanish, or some kind of weird form of Mexican. I'm not sure. Anyway, we had and then Big Show just with one shove to the face and just pie-faced him out of there. Then Alberto Del Rio thought he was going to get tough, and then Big Show and King just took off as they were talking more and more Spanish. Anyway, you would have figured there would have been interference in this match from Alberto Del Rio because of everything that was set up backstage. There was none. But we had Big Show and Kane taking on Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga. Now, this kind of baffled me because it was basically a redo of what they did last week on Monday Night Raw. I mean that very straight down to the letter. I mean to the interference point. But this time, it wasn't Kane who got pinned. It was Big Show. And this was a title match. So now we have Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga as your tag team champions. This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't get. You had Mason Ryan and CM Punk lose to them on a pay-per-view. And then the very next night on Monday Night Raw, you have David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy win it the very next night on a Raw? Really? I just don't understand that move. I mean, I think CM Punk and Mason Ryan would have been a better fit than Michael McGillicuddy and David Otunga. No offense to Michael McGillicuddy. I mean, I got a great respect for his family. He's the son of Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. But his name and David Otunga, they're just not swinging. They're just not. They don't hold any weight in the WWE. I mean, even as part of the new Nexus, the new Nexus storyline is in the WWE right now. So they're going to have Mason Ryan and CM Punk lose, and then you're going to have David Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy win it the very next night? I just don't understand that move. It's a move that shouldn't have happened, but it did anyway. Interesting side note, after the match was over, Big Show was angry about, really furious about getting swerved, and then, of course, Alberto Del Rio came back and, was trying to, rifle the feathers of the Big Show by slapping him. The next thing you know, we had the camera get knocked down a little bit fuzzy. And then next thing we see is, a repeat of what happened with Stone Cold in 1999, getting hit by a car. But, with Big Show being as big as he is, he got hit by Alberto Del Rio's car, but with his thigh being what it is, I think his thigh or his kneecap, you know, covered up the front bumper of the car. And then we spent the next few minutes, trying to see about Big Show getting medical attention. What I would like to know is, one, who was the idiot, the bald-headed idiot in the suit who was just standing there like. Then we had another idiot come back. Had long hair, was wearing a purple shirt. I think he might have been Trent Beretta. I am not sure, because I know Trent Beretta is on Friday Night SmackDown. Anyway, pointless match next. Jack Swagger and Evan Bourne for about the umpteenth time. I mean, did anybody really care? No. But we'll tell you this, though. Evan Bourne's starting to swing a little weight. His name's starting to hold a little bit of weight in the WWE. He had a really great match with Drew McIntyre on WWE Superstars last week. Anyway, let's see. Again, this was a pointless match with Jack Swagger and Evan Bourne. Jack Swagger ended up getting the win, but again, it really didn't hold my attention. Then we had The Miz come out. Well, you know what? Michael Cole came out, wanted to apologize, and wanted to squash everything, and make everything as they used to be. And thank God that they're killing this off, because I really don't want to see another Michael Cole Jerry the King Lawler match. I really don't want to see that happen. But then as soon as that was, bygones were bygones and stuff like that, we had The Miz come out saying that he wanted another match, and that with John Cena, and everything that happened was Alex Riley's fault, and the Non-Raw general manager declined it, denied his request, and then next thing you know, Miz fires Alex Riley, and then we actually see emotion out of Alex Riley for once in his life, and he went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on The Miz, basically beat the crap out of him all over the place. And then the next thing you know, we were scheduled to have I think it was like a 6 Divas knockout match, 6 Divas tag match rather, or it was an 8 Divas. I think it might have been 8. It was an 8 Divas tag match. I'm not going to go into detail who it was, but then right as the match starts, then we have Karma come out. Now, just when we think we have the Karma character down to a T, she's the badass character, she's going to come out and just basically beat the crap out of everybody while laughing along the way. WWE throws a curve. WWE throws a curve by having her go in the middle of the ring. The 8 Divas circle her. And at first, it was like, bring it on. And then next thing you know, she drops to her knees and has a nervous breakdown and starts crying. Kind of makes you wonder, where in the world are they going with this character? With this Karma character? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it was, pretty innovative to throw a curveball at us like this. When we think we knew the Karma character, they do this. So, next up we had a matchup with Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre. Very good, very solid match between these two. Then again, Kofi Kingston constantly delivers. Great show. Drew McIntyre needs more of a push. I mean, he had a great push as he was Intercontinental Champion on Friday Night SmackDown. That ever since then, nothing. He hasn't done anything since that. Ever since he was like the chosen one on Friday Night SmackDown, ever since that one, he's just went kaput. And also, interesting thing to boot, Drew McIntyre's entrance has pyro now. Bit of a bang for his entrance, Good thing to see it for it, but again, it still doesn't, add to the match. Anyway, we had the Macho Man tribute right after this match, and again, thumbs up on the tribute. Really great tribute by the WWE. You did the right thing here. I think the only thing that would have made it better is if we had a 10-bell salute. That would have had the perfect way to honor his memory by doing that. Then we had the main event. We had John Cena and Rey Mysterio taking on CM Punk and R-Truth with Bret Hart as the special guest referee. Bret Hart has got a little gray going on right here in his head, guys. I don't know if you saw that. A little bit of gray right here. Unlike me, which probably in about 5 or 10 years, all this will probably be gone. But anyway, he had a little bit of gray. Anyway, the dude's old. That's all I'm saying. He's old. But as far as this match goes, I want to keep in mind. I want to note two things on here. Rey Mysterio has worked with Randy Savage in the past in WCW, and tonight on tonight's Monday Night Raw, he was in head to toe. He was in black, and we also had CM Punk. I know a lot of people are probably wondering, what in the world was he wearing? Why was he wearing a pink tights, yellow knee pads, and white boots? It's because that's what Randy Savage wore at WrestleMania 4. That's a lot of what Randy Savage used to wear in the 80s. And I think that was a great way to pay honor to his memory. So I thank CM Punk for that. That was a really cool thing for you to do. Match-wise, what really came down to was the ending when CM Punk got knocked on his ass by Bret Hart because CM Punk was putting his hands... CM Punk was putting his hands on Bret Hart a lot during the match, and then Bret Hart just couldn't stand it. Next thing you know, Bret Hart knocks him on his ass, and Bret Hart puts CM Punk in the sharpshooter as nobody else can. I mean, a lot of people have done the sharpshooter, but only Bret Hart can put it on perfectly, because he has the excellence of execution, no matter how old he gets. And then we had Rey Mysterio do a guillotine leg drop, a springboard guillotine leg drop, and then Bret Hart counts to 1, 2, 3, and John Cena and Rey Mysterio are your winners. And that has been your Monday Night Raw review. Best match of the night, I gotta go with, surprisingly, Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre as best match of the night. It's a matchup that held my attention the most. WWE still hasn't reported anything about, storyline-wise, what they're going to do about the Big Show. And moment of the night, it's got to be Karma's breakdown in the middle of the ring. Again, just like I said before, when we think we have the Karma character figured out, WWE throws a curveball and they have her do a nervous breakdown in the middle of the ring to make people guess what's going to happen next with Karma. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Until then, I'm Double B, Billy Boudreaux, a.k.a. WrestleGamer. Thanks for watching.